Hi, Aries. This is Jade with Bella Jade Tarot. And your overall feeling for the week, this could be your feeling, vibe, energy, lesson, emotional state. And I believe it's your emotional state because you got the Queen of Water from the Dreams of Gaia Tarot. Queen of Water, she's really this like all loving, empathetic, very romantic, loving, caring person who considers the generations down the road and how her behaviors will impact that. Really kind of afraid to be vulnerable here though. She has all this kindness and love in her soul, but moving forward, there's a great vulnerability with having that kind of love in your heart. And so, she's not ready to be quite that vulnerable yet. But just remember that, there's this Janis Joplin quote that when you take a chance on love, you take a chance on a little sorrow. So there's never 100% guarantee. But, love is worth it. And so that's why we keep going back. And that's why we keep trying again. So the way I read is beginning, middle, end of the week. We end with a card to start the next week and how the week is going to start. I don't use strict interpretations of the cards like other people do. I basically just, really, I just kind of let the cards tell me a story, and that story might not follow traditional meaning. So I apologize if that's what you're looking for. I'm not your reader. Beginning of the week. Yeah, you've been feeling kind of put out. You feel like there was something that you worked for and it didn't really pan out for you. And it's impacting you. It's impacting your ability to provide for yourself, to find the warmth that you want. And I believe this is related to love. I think that you are now in this kind of state, the beginning of the week, trying to really meditate on, think on, take the time to consider what has happened in the past to keep you from moving forward with love. And if that's the state that you want to continue to be in, because that's not really your nature. Your nature is not to not be in a loving relationship. And so by the middle of the week, again, you are, you're fighting off these people who are maybe trying to kind of keep you in the place where you're at, and you're really ready to start opening yourself up for love and offering love, and love is coming towards you. This is a reading about love. It's very obvious. There's all this water with your fiery energy, and she's a very amazing queen that might step into your world here, that you might tarot readers always say somebody's coming to you, but maybe you have to go to somebody else. Maybe you have to be the Queen of Cups and offer your cup. Because the things that, by the end of the week, yeah. So by the end of the week, there's all this love to give. You have a lot of love to give, and it comes right back to you. You're wanting to give that love to somebody else, and I think you just need to work through these things in your past that are causing you to stall and to feel afraid, and the things that are making you not want to be vulnerable. Look at this girl. Yeah, it's the middle of the night, but she's vulnerable. She's completely naked. And we have to give water. We have to give love back, but we also have to water our own fertile ground. So we have to do the things that are needed for us. But definitely, I think that there's this thing happening where there's all these people with cups, and they all just want to give each other love. And I think it's a safe time to do that. So let's see what the beginning of next week looks like. Okay, so, you probably don't do this yet. You're still kind of thinking about it and maybe gaining the ability, the mental ability to do this. But there are all these strong women in this reading. I mean, just look at these women. They are, take your time. Know who you are. You are love. You have the ability to give love, and it will be a beautiful thing once you decide to get there. I think you start next week still really wrapped up in your head about it. And I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. I think the Queen of Swords is really, she's preparing. She's talking to herself about the things that are to come, and she's probably really willing to give those thoughts to somebody else now. This is not a page. This is a queen. She's ready to talk. And she has some pretty amazing thoughts about how to move forward. So listen to yourself. Let your intuition kind of give you a guide for when it's time to start. And I really think that you're going to find the balance that you need between this fear and your intuition and the love that you want to give. And I think that it'll be, a great option for you, because I think you can tell them. You can tell them how you feel.